Hey everybody, it's Wayne coming at you with a dividend haul for the month of August. I hope you guys had a fantastic month filled with passive income. As a matter of fact, the month of August was very, very good to me. I received a total of 34 dividend payers. Let's go ahead and get right into it. But first, if you are new to the channel, let me give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Wayne, and a few years ago, I was able to retire from law enforcement. Now, I really thought after I retired, collecting my nearly $106,000 a year pension, that I'd be living the dream, sitting on Easy Street. And I'm here to tell you, there is a difference between living and living comfortably. So I've gone back to work full time, and today I'm determined to build out generational wealth. And in fact, I am investing 100% of my yearly pension. Now, I'm trying to build out multiple streams of income. And one of those areas in which I'm trying to build up is my dividend portfolio. And in fact, this year I've got a rather ambitious goal, trying to reach $15,000 in passive income. And I got to tell you, August has really boosted my confidence that I am going to be able to make that goal. So let's go ahead and give you a rundown on all 34 of those dividend payments. We'll go ahead and kick things off in one. On August 4th, I received a dividend payment from JetQ for $36.95. Now, JetQ pays out these monthly distributions, and I have been long on JetQ. If you guys recall, I decided to sell out of JEPI, but JetQ has continued to be a very strong holding for me. Lowe's paid me out $6.78. ADC, Agree Realty Corporation, paid me out $1.13. Now, this is also going to be a monthly pair, so I'll be sure to identify those monthly pairs as we go through all of these dividends. CEQP paid me out 47 cents, but you guys are going to see here, that's going to pair up with the bigger brother of a payment for $96.94. So CEQP paid me just over $97. EPD paid me out $31.41. Tesla, now this is the Yield Max ETF based on the Tesla stock. I have been long on this for about 3 months now, and I'm relatively happy with the consistent dividend yield that I'm making. This month, they had a juicy dividend as well. I own 100 shares, which means they paid out about 84 to 85 cents per share for this month's dividend, and I earned a total of $85.52. AbbVie paying me out $14.69. Now, again, for whatever reason, you'll see here on Horizon, there is a 6 cents payment. We're going to go ahead and pair this up here with the bigger brother payment of $73.37. So you guys can see if we pair up these two, I made just under $74. Horizon is also a monthly pair that's been very good to me for the past year plus. Main Street Capital, also another monthly pair. This is a BDC that I've been long on since 2000 and maybe late 21, paying me out $23.80. I actually had more shares of Main. I actually held about 100 shares in my Robinhood, and I was actually selling covered calls against my 100 shares, and that covered call was exercised, and so those 100 shares were called away. Now, I didn't lose anything on that transaction. The shares were called away for profit, but I got to tell you, Main has some special dividends that are coming up in the month of September. It sure would be nice to be receiving not only the standard dividend payment for the month, but also those special dividends as well. Procter & Gamble paid me out $8.77. O Realty paying me out $68.12. Now, you guys are going to see this is also going to be a dividend that I'm receiving in the Robinhood platform. O has seen a significant drop in share price, and I have been trying to take advantage of averaging down to get my average share cost below $60. I can tell you right now, I have bulked up my O position so much that next month you guys should see a total monthly dividend payment from O from all of my shares should be over $120. So if you think this $68 is pretty cool, wait till you see what I'm bringing in next month when it comes to my shares of O Realty. Stag is also a monthly pair, paying me out $51.88. Caterpillar, this is a relatively newer position to the portfolio. It's in the long-term hold slide. I'm really impressed, not necessarily with their dividend yield, but their dividend growth rate has been fantastic. It was really the reason that I wanted to add Caterpillar to my portfolio. HTGC, you can see here, paying me just over $112. Glad, which is also a monthly pair, paying me out $17.60. Devo paying me out $5.17, and I didn't mean to skip over ABR, but I see that I did. That also paid me out a whopping $92.02. Let's go ahead and go to the next page. That's right. It's always a good thing when you've got multiple pages of dividends in the M1 platform. You can see here ABR also had a little brother payment that I need to pair up with the earlier mention, and then BST was the last dividend that I received in the month of August. If you guys remember, when I sold out of JEPI and I made a move with some of my monthly pairs, I like BST. For one, it does not have a variable distribution / dividend, and so I like the consistency. A lot of my monthly pairs right now, especially from the YieldMax funds, they are paying variable dividends, which is okay, but I like to have more stability. So with that, that's a wrap on all the dividends received in M1. Let's now give you a peek at all the dividends that I received in Robinhood. Okay, switching over to Robinhood, things kicked off for me with my first payment in the month of August from CVS, in which I was paid $61.09. Now you guys are going to see a series of different YieldMax ETF pairs. I'm not quite sure why Robinhood in the web interface doesn't give it the correct name. I almost had to sort of do some research as to what YieldMax ETF is this, but this one right here for $68.38 is from OARK, O-A-R-K, and it paid me out 68 cents per share, and I own 100 shares. Now the next YieldMax ETF is Apply, A-P-L-Y, and of course this is based on the Apple stock. And I have 100 shares this month. Again, this is another variable dividend payment. The monthly payment for Apply was 55 cents. And so with the 100 shares, I earned $55.55. Now remember, I talked about this earlier. I have O Realty Income, both in my M1 as well as my Robinhood. Now, this $8.72 was based on having 34 shares. I can tell you right now, when you guys see how many shares I have today, I'm really excited about the steady income coming my way from O Realty. So you guys will definitely have to tune in next month, just if anything, to see the total dividend haul from O Realty Income. Apple paid me out $48.19. Now Apple, I own 200 shares, so I don't have the most exciting dividend yield, but one of the things that I like about Apple is I kind of look at this $48.19 as almost covering my music subscription that I pay monthly through Apple. And so again, passive income, it's always nice to get paid, especially when you have or you use or you pay for services through that particular stock. Starbucks paid me out $53.35. I own 100 shares. Starbucks been very good to me this year as well because I'm actively selling covered calls against my position as well. Here we have SPHD. This is also a monthly payer ETF. I own 100 shares and it paid me out $16.30. Now I'm currently in the red on my SPHD position, but luckily I have been able to sell, I would say on a consistent basis, covered calls for the 100 shares of SPHD that I own. UPS, if you guys didn't know, at the very beginning of 2023, I outlined a series of goals that I was looking to accomplish. Now, one of those goals, as I mentioned earlier, was to reach 15,000 in passive dividend income. Another goal that I also listed in that same video was I was trying to reach 100 shares of UPS, and it turns out last month I was able to do so, and so this dividend payment is really nice. UPS is currently paying out $1.62 per quarter. I own 100 shares, and so this is one of my bigger dividend payments for the month of August. LTC Properties paid me out $19. This is also a monthly pair. And then SFAL, you guys can see here, I own 300 shares. Now, they recently reduced their dividend, but that's okay because I'm still in the green on my overall holdings. And this month, I also scored $90. So that's it. Those are all of the payments that I received both in Robinhood and M1. Now let's get you guys a final tally. Well, here you have it. Here is the breakdown of all of the dividends that I received in the month of August. Robinhood, for the 10 dividend payments, I earned $583.86. M1, for the 24 dividend payments, I earned $806.40. Guys, that's a total of $1,390.26. Let's go ahead and stack up August to the other months of 2023. Now, I certainly didn't break the record, which was March of 2023. The second best month of 2023 was June. But as it stands, August is doing pretty good as being the third highest month of passive income. And more importantly, I always try to beat the previous year, and every month of this year I have been able to do that. August is no exception. This time last year, I earned $521.43. In 2021, this time around, I only made $11.05. So to see this passive income grow month over month, year over year, I am very excited. And more importantly, my total so far for 2023 now stands at $9,079, which means my monthly average has increased to $1,135. Now, with September likely to be my best paying month of this year, that's going to get me even closer to that $15,000 goal. And I'm more excited that you guys have continued to follow along on my journey. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Throw it down in the comments. How much did you earn in passive income for the month of August? And how excited are you for the month of September? Is it also going to be a record breaker for you? As always, I appreciate the support. Do me a favor, subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a like if you enjoyed the content. And of course, we'll see you on the next one.